you know what? You just laugh and you're like, I am.
Right.
I am the older version.
We are talking to Angela Kinsey for Netflix's Tall Girl 2. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Oh my gosh, of course. I love pop culture.
Yeah. Oh, great. That's great to hear. You know, it's funny, as I get a little bit older, I find myself relating more to the parents in teen movies. It's like in this one, when Helene tells Jody that she should focus on the play instead of her relationship, I was kind of on her side because that's pretty good advice.
I mean, especially for Helene, who hasn't always been the best at giving advice to her girls.
Right.
But, you know, I think she knew as a mom what that play was going to mean to her and sort of for her own personal growth, and that like the boys stuff will sort itself out, you know,
Right.
like sort of like take care of you and just have fun and don't worry about the boy stuff so much.
Yeah, I think that's hard advice to hear as a teenager. One of my favorite scenes in the movie was when your character helped calm Jody down when she's having a panic attack. Can you tell me a little bit about what it was like to film that scene?
You know, that scene, Ava broke my heart in that scene as a mom. I have a daughter, she's 13. And, you know, I just sort of in that moment imagined if she was having an anxiety attack and what that would look and feel like. And I thought Ava just did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And, you know, we did multiple takes and she had to get herself to this place multiple times. And I think my mom mode in real life just kicked in. I went into mom mode and I just wanted her to be okay. And I didn't know that I would start crying in the scene, but I did when I hugged her because I just was like, oh my gosh, you know, so many times in life, we are our own worst enemy, you know, and no one can tear you down the way you can tear yourself down. Yes. And my heart just sort of broke for her as the character, you know, and then also you do this thing as an actor where you're in the moment with as the character, but then also I just was seeing Ava, this sweet person who, this is a sequel. We've known each other a while now.
Right.
And I just saw what she did as a performer and where she got herself to. So I think I was just like all the feels, you know, in the moment.
Yeah. Now you have a great rapport with Steve Zahn in these movies. That had to be fun to play.
So much fun. I mean, I will do anything with Steve Zahn. What else can we do, Netflix family?
Right.
Come on, me and Steve. We have so much fun together. We just have a real natural back and forth and a rapport. And I mean, I feel like I have known him all my life.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to go visit him and his family. You know, he has a farm. I was like, okay, Steve, I'm coming.
Well, there you go. Now, the sort of teen romantic comedy is such a beloved genre. Do you have any favorites that have sort of stuck with you over the years?
Oh man. I mean, I grew up, you know, because I'm like 100 years old. I grew up with, I think, some of the best classic teen rom-coms. I mean, Pretty in Pink. I mean, Molly Ringwald, come on, just list them. Mm-hmm. I loved those movies. I watched them over and over. You know, James Spader guest starred on The Office as Robert California. Right. But all I could think of was, you know, like him from Pretty in Pink. And I was like, you know.
That is such a good teen villain. Like, how could you? You know, it's interesting that you mentioned The Office. That was the first show that I really fell in love with. And I feel like Gen Z is sort of discovering it all the time. You know, did your younger castmates, did they grill you about your time on the show?
They didn't. They were really sweet about it. You know, it's interesting now. I'm in a little bit of the beginning of this chapter of my life where I'm sort of the older person on set.
Yeah.
Like Steve and I were the old folks on set. Yeah. But they were all just really, really sweet. And oh my gosh, wait, Griffin was on The Office.
Really?
Wait, was it Griffin? Like I'm talking to a room and there's no one here. I'm like, I feel like he had a cameo and we had a conversation about it. Hi, I'm old. Hi. But I mean, I swear he was. Wait, guys, Googling Yes, he was.
I love that.
He was in the episode Wumph. Remember the company that Ryan wanted to get going?
Yes.
WPHF.com.
Right. Yeah.
He was in it.
Full circle.
So, full circle moment.
There you go. What's it kind of like to have, Gen Z and even younger sort of discovering The Office? Like, what's it like to be some part of something that's so enduring?
I'm humbled by it, truly. I loved doing The Office. It was one of the joys of my life. Mm-hmm. I'm doing a rewatch podcast with my best friend who just happened to be Pam, Jenna Fisher. So I love this show. And to see new audiences finding it means so much to us as a cast. Every once in a while, you do get some funny comments, though, from the younger generation. I was in Target and a young guy said, "You look like the older version of that lady from The Office."
That's so rude.
And you know what? You just laugh and you're like, I am. I am the older version.
Yeah, I guess that's true to life. So sort of as a wrap-up question, what is one piece of advice that you would give to teenagers watching Tall Girl 2?
I mean, it's timeless advice, right? But just, you're enough. You are enough.
Yeah.
You don't have to be anything more. You don't have to compare yourself to things. You yourself are enough, and you're wonderful, and you're loved.
Well, there you go. That is a perfect wrap up. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
You're welcome. Have a great day.